Starting the recording.
What up, holiday folk? It is your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. With me, as always, is Eddie. I found him under the mistletoe V.
Hello, everybody.
And we are back for a kind of shorthand, belated holiday episode. Everything has just generally kind of gone sideways for the last couple weeks. But we didn't want to leave you hanging entirely until the new year, because that's fucking bullshit. So, Eddie, the hell have you been playing over the holiday? We're adults, we can't even call it break anymore. So
Yeah, we can still call it break.
Break from what?
Dude, we had
How did you get a break? I haven't gotten a fucking break.
We did, well, I mean, from work-wise, you know, that's not a break. But from podcasting-wise, we kind of took a break. You know,
Really?
kind of
You and Corey looked busy as shit.
Well, I know for Arsenal X, I was going to have Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve off. I'm still gonna have New Year's Eve off because of people spending time with their family. So, and, you know, that's on a Sunday. So I don't want to really rush anybody to do anything. I know me and you, our schedule just like, just collided and things just didn't work out well. And
nothing has kind of gone right the last week. So.
Yeah, and I take some blame. I take a lot of blame for that, everybody. So I do apologize. But we took a podcast break, an unexpected podcast break. And now we're back and things of that nature. So, but what I've been playing, the Mummy Demastered on Switch.
My god, it's on my list. I want to pick it up. It looks awesome.
Oh, it's so good. It is kind of a Metroidvania game.
That's what I've been hearing.
But it has a roguelike feel to it. Okay,
yeah.
So cuz when your character,
there's another one that fits in that category that I really want to come to Switch.
Which one?
Dead Cells.
Yes.
Oh my god, bring Dead Cells to Switch, please, as soon as you finish it, because it's still in, like, early access.
But it's only on PC.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
That being said, though, like I said, it is available for purchase and play, keeping in mind it is in early access, but they've already put out, like, 2 new content packs since they first put it up there. You can find it not only on Steam, but Good Old Games is carrying it as well. I think they're both running about the same price, which is like $15 or $20. But I've watched a fuck ton of gameplay of it, and I'm just upset that I don't have a PC that would really cope with it at the moment. And honestly, I just want it on my Switch.
Can I say that would be a perfect summer game for all consoles? Like,
that would just be a perfect game for me forever, all times of the year. Every day.
You get your 2D Devil May Cry action fix, I should say. Yeah, that game looks really, really good. It
does.
I think the reason why I say it's a good summer game, because there's just so much coming out. And I think that would lead the summer off just right through, like, hyping everybody up to get people getting out of school, coming home, starting new jobs or whatever. And you need just something to, like kind of hype you up. And Dead Cells does that. Like, it looks like it kind of hooks you in, when you want to play it. So yeah, I don't know, if I get it on Switch, I have to play it dock. I would never take it off.
I would take it everywhere.
I mean, yeah.
I would never stop playing it. Like, if I have to step away from the TV, it's coming with me.
Well, definitely for me, I would have to have the Pro Controller for me. Cause if...
I told you I sold mine, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, over it. It wasn't doing it for me.
Ah, well, for me, my thing would be if it, I would have to see the controls because if it's like combo based, like if it's just one combo, then I'll be fine using the Joy Cons. But if it has like a light and attack, a light attack and a hard attack, then I have to switch it up. I would need the Pro controller for that. But yeah, back to the Mummy the Master. Dang, dude, Dead Cells. Yeah, that is a game I could see it coming to Switch.
And here's the other thing too. It feels like Dead Cells is one half of uh, a complete equation, and half of that equation is already coming to Switch because Hollow Knight is coming to Switch.
Which I want to know. I need a date for that for next year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for fuck's sake, somebody give me a date on that already. And tell me I can go to the store and buy a hard copy to boot. But which I'm sure
I don't know because see the hard copy. I feel like Christmas gift. That game would have to drop for a hard copy. I would say around October. Like that would be a fitting game if they do hard copy for me. Like if they do digital for the summer, that's fine. But 2 months down the line, if you get the hard copy, you get all like the DLC and whatever, like added stuff, doing some nice bonuses like some artwork. I would love like an extra book, like just pages of artwork as a book for that game if they do a hard copy, and I would pay $40 for it.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing too. Like I said, Hollow Knight and Dead Cells feel like two halves of a complete Metroidvania equation, kind of like Ori and Axiom.
Yes.
Ori is very platform centric. It's very moody and atmospheric in that environmental sort of way, whereas Axiom is less the platformy, more the action centric, more the combat centric side of it. It's less of that atmospheric and more of that oppressive kind of feel at times, more of that alien vibe. And so, they kind of split that formula down the middle almost.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's kind of the feel I get with Dead Cells and Hollow Knight.
Well, Dead Cells to me, with Hollow Knight, I have to look a little bit more into, because I don't know if it's going for a Shovel Knight feel with it.
No, it's not what I'm feeling with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight has very much that almost Ori-ish feel in certain regards to me. And again, it's probably just my perception on the subject, but I look at Hollow Knight and I equate it closer to the Ori end of the Metroidvania spectrum.
I feel like if we don't see Dead Cells come to Switch this year or any kind of announcement, I would love to definitely see it for 2019. I would love for Nintendo to get that as an exclusive for
I don't want to wait that long for it. But I think part of the other problem though too is that Dead Cells as it stands right now is not finished.
Right.
It's still early access and
right.
They won't publish it on I can't say that anymore because Xbox will publish shit that's not finished. Fucking PUBG.
Well, that was I think that's Bluebird. We'll probably talk about that a little bit, but that was more on PUBG than Microsoft.
Well, Microsoft pushed for it too.
Well, but this is the thing.
It wouldn't have happened if Microsoft didn't greenlight it.
I think that the developers that put for PUBG, I think they promised Microsoft that this game would be up and running. And I think once they delayed it and said that one date that they gave, it wasn't going to be ready until extra time was needed, they had to focus more on PC than they did on Xbox One. So I think that was more on PUBG fault, and I think they didn't actually ask for help because I heard like the coalition is helping them now doing the Xbox One version, while the other developers are doing the PC. So, I feel like this. Don't sign no contract with no publisher or no first party if your game ain't ready to go.
Well, that hasn't stopped them from making copious amounts of money hand over fucking fist.
Well,
So
I mean, because it's a PC game, so why not? You know.
But in any case, so Mummy Demastered. Tell me all about it. Drool over it. It's on my list. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
I just haven't gotten to get there yet.
It is a way for it game, so it is it is hard. It has some difficult parts.
It bloody well better.
Right now I'm at like the second area and I'm trying to defeat this boss. I think one of the problems that I kind of wish they would resolve, that when you got to the boss, that they showed you is energy bar. I know they don't do that for Metroid or anything like that, but I think
depends on the installment. The Prime games they did.
Okay. Well, yeah, the Prime games, yeah. I think it's because of the battles sometimes feel like they're too long, and due to the fact that your special ammo for your guns, other guns, are very limited. You gotta keep building up to get to it. There's no way for you to get to access without some early stuff. Like some early moves and everything. So you kind of got to do things by chance, and you got to kind of use your NES Contra skills and like kind of pay attention to stuff, cause it does take off a lot of energy. And when your character dies, your old character becomes like a zombie, and you have to kill him to get your stuff back. So if you got a whole bunch of stuff and you die, you have to fight that thing and you have to kill it. And they'll show like its energy and all your equipment and stuff is back. So
speaking of, by the way, tell me you finally gotten to play Tiny Barbarian.
I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, dude. It's not so much the Metroidvania, but it is very much that demastered super retro feel, and you will love it.
Yeah, I've had to pick that up in the Isaac one. Cause I know
Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, cause at my store we gotta buy one, get 30% off. So I'll probably get those two indie games. I just, with Tiny Barbarian, I just wasn't thinking about it, because a lot of people weren't talking about it.
Yeah. No, understand. And like I said, man, you're in for a treat, both gameplay and, oh my God, the music. Oh, the music. That soundtrack is fucking banging.
I had to get it. I had to pick it up then.
And it's cheap. It's $30 hard copy.
I know. I gotta.
And oh my God, that manual. That's one that just for the manual alone, you should not buy it digitally.
Okay. Do you know what? Was the digital version out before the hard copy, or did they both come out at the same time?
Same time.
Same time. Okay. Because they're Tiny. It was weird because Tiny Barbarian DX, I think that's the name of it.
Yeah.
It kind of just appeared in my store, and I don't remember Nicholas say there was a physical release for it.
Oh, I remember. I get their PR releases. I made sure I signed up for that, so I know when shit's coming out.
Then that may, what, that may have been it. I think they probably released the physical, because even on Twitter, people, like a lot of indies post their stuff, and a lot of people who are into indies like repost it, and so that's how I get the message that, oh, physical copy of this indie game is coming. Oh, it's out now. Okay, cool. Yeah, Tiny Barbarian just showed up.
Sign up for their PR mailing list.
Okay.
You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, because I also need to get that cave story. I don't know. Yeah. But
yeah, every time I see a copy of Cave Story that isn't shrink wrapped, I'm just every time checking it to see if just maybe it's one of those magical signed copies. Still no luck.
Yeah, all ours is shrink wrapped. So, But yeah, Mummy the Master is fun. Enjoying that. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Going to be hopping back into that soon. I took a break from it because I had to work on Final Fantasy 12, and I'm at the end of that game, so I got to do some side quest stuff and get some more magic and everything, and try to unlock my whole board for everybody, and then I'll either beating the boss. I'm not doing the special stuff. A lot of people have platinum the game, and I've been ruining them on some of my Twitter friends. But that's pretty much what I've been doing on PS4. For Xbox One, been playing more Assassin's Creed. Downloaded, picked up Cuphead. I brought that on the system with this Xbox One sale. Picked that up. Jesse Douglas from Arsenal X, he gave me for Christmas Rainbow Six Siege, the Gold Collection, digitally.
God, why?
So, that was cool of him. And, in return, I brought him Wolfenstein 2, the New Blood for, Xbox
He definitely
One.
got the better end of that deal.
Why? He said that they've been adding a lot of stuff to it.
Frankly, the only Tom Clancy property that's worth a damn as a game is Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's not really.
Splinter Cell is amazing, and I need that series to come back.
I tried it and
Which one did you play?
I played the first one. When it came on PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. Yeah.
I will wholly admit that series starts a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
It does get better. One of my favorite ones out of the whole set was actually 3. I loved Chaos Theory. I even loved, as terrible as it was, honestly, I have fond memories of Chaos Theory on my original DS.
Oh, wow. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. It's graphically, obviously, it doesn't hold up comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
But gameplay-wise, it actually held up pretty well. I shit you not. Me and a friend, we both picked up copies, and we would sit for hours playing the co-op, working together. And it was way fucking fun.
Nice.
We had a great time with it. I can't tell you how many hours of joy the two of us got out of that game in the co-op mode on the DS.
Well, they said that Ghost Recon, I think once it started having like multiplayer and stuff like that, a lot of people were enjoying the series with the multiplayer.
But I loved the story in the Splinter Cell series. I liked the character, Sam Fisher. That to me was just, that's where all the joy in the Tom Clancy stuff game-wise was for me, was with Splinter Cell. Always has been, always will be.
I think
I really want it to come back.
Yeah, I think The Division is probably the best Tom Clancy one that I played.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
Because Ghost Recon Wildlands, everybody know my thoughts about that. You know what? I think what I liked about the Division is because it has like an RPG aspect to it, and I'm big on RPGs. And I think I was just having a blast with it. It was kind of mundane. I followed it was very cookie cutter because it was a wash machine, wash, rinse, repeat. And so, the end.
Oh, it's a wash machine. That's the back of a shampoo bottle.
Pretty much, yeah. I think one of the bosses that you end up defeating, I think that person should have been the final boss, instead of the way that the game ended. Cause it was just like, okay, this just feels like a little bit thrown together. But I enjoyed my time with The Division, with Tom Clancy.
You've helped me come to a realization. Ubisoft has been using the same game design doc for the last several years.
Oh yeah.
And they found it on the back of a shampoo bottle.
Pretty much, yeah. Cause
that's what somebody walked into the boardroom with a bottle of Head and Shoulders and went, "Dude, I've got it.
This is our design.
We're gonna make billions."
And they have, cause let's see, Ghost Recon Wildlands, The Division, Watch Dogs 2, and I think maybe Watch Dogs, and Assassin's Creed Origins, all of them being open world games follow the same design throughout the whole game, and it was just like, wow.
Oh yeah.
So,
the only, like you said, the design doc is the same. The only difference from one series to the next is which brand of shampoo they're using.
It ain't Suave, I know that much.
You got Suave, you got Pantene Pro V, you've got Head and
Shoulders.
Yeah, that's right.
You got the Walgreens, Target, or Walmart brand. So,
yep.
I use Suave. That's good for my hair. I actually need a haircut.
Video game shampoo.
Oh, I would love for video game shampoo to come out. Like, to make your hair as straight as Mario's. Look, Nintendo can make a
It's not really that straight. It's just, it doesn't move. There's a difference.
Well,
you know who's got really straight hair in video games, though?
Who?
Commander Video.
He doesn't have no hair at all.
How do you know? For all you know, he's black and he's got black hair, and it's super fucking straight.
No, because he's a rectangle at the top.
Yeah, and his hair is all uniform.
But it would.
How do you think he's a perfect rectangle?
Because he
not a single hair out of place. It's all straight.
Because he would look like a. I'm thinking he would look like the Cactus from Final Fantasy, the one that always run away, that hits you like with 1,000 needles. That reminds me of him, if he had hair. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna look on Google Images, be like, let me see, then how you look with hair? Because someone had to Photoshop him with hair or something.
I don't know. It seems like an entirely random thought. I mean, granted, part of me is sitting here thinking I can't be the only person who's ever thought of Commander Video with hair, but at the same time, I'm like, who the else the fuck would think of Commander Video with hair?
Yeah.
That's a 50-50 crapshoot if Google image search turns up anything now.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Because I'm like, he's 8-bit, or even like Atari. I don't know what Atari bit was.
Atari would have been like 4-bit.
4-bit. Okay, so he's that kind of like retro style.
Yeah.
I think
there's a key word in there, style.
True. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Oh, and Yokai Watch 2 on 2DS. I've been playing that.
Why?
Because I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to get to Monster Hunter Stories. I really want to play that, and I got to open them. I need to play Ever Oasis on 2DS.
Ever Oasis looked good, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I know I need to play Neo. I also started Titanfall 2 on PS4. I'm playing it on easy because I already beat it on Xbox One, but I'm just like, I got the game for like $3 brand new. I'm like, am I really gonna complain?
Right.
I mean, it really is a great game. So, but yeah, that's what, and I don't have a Kami yet. I'll pick that up next week though. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
I'd say I'm gonna pick it up sometime soon, but that's just a blatant lie. I've already got enough stuff I haven't gotten to finish playing yet, and I'm way backlogged on other shit I need to pick up.
Shoot,
I've already got Okami for my Wii.
Yeah, shoot, I still need to finish the Turing test.
Turing test. Yeah, not gonna lie, I totally put that down, and I've gone back to fiddle with it a few times.
Yeah,
and I'm still sitting at the same place, pissed off. Like, I will mess with it for like 15, 20 minutes, and then I will get pissed off because I'm still stuck at the same thing and put it down because it's the part that I am stuck on is not logic based. It is
time based
of sorts. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just really fucking finicky and it irritates me. Like, I was super happy with that game for the simple fact that most everything that it required, you didn't have to be super coordinated, to do. And then I just hit this point where suddenly that changed, and I am 100% fucking roadblocked because I just can't get the placement and the timing on this stupid puzzle just right. And so I've put it down, and I'm really pissed because I totally want to fucking
Finish
get
it.
through the end of it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking roadblocking me from being able to enjoy doing so.
I think for me, I just ended up playing something else and got hooked on that other game. Cause me and you were playing it, like, unexpectedly, we and you were playing it at the same time.
Yeah. What else have I been playing? I dug out my 3DS again, and I've been going back to SteamWorld Dig a lot.
The first one?
Yeah. Second one's not on 3DS. That one's Switch only. But in any case, I've been going back to the original SteamWorld Dig. It's getting taken with me to work quite frequently. It's one of those games that I can pick up and I can literally play without paying attention to it for the most part.
Oh, cool.
I've found that is a game that has just infinite replay value to me, not only in the fact that it randomizes the layout every time you start a new game, but I find myself wanting to like challenge myself with it, even though there's no achievements for it. I sit there and I look at it like, okay, this time I'm going to see how far I can dig down with as little money and upgrades as possible. Or I'm going to go, all right, can I make it all the way to the bottom without dying once? Or, can I manage to grab every piece of treasure without losing a single one to like a crushed block or some shit? I will invent my own fucking achievements for this game, and it will remain infinitely entertaining to me. That game has so gotten my money's worth out of it.
And it's so sad that a lot of PlayStation and Xbox owners have not picked it up. I guess it just resonates with Nintendo when it comes to that game. Or series, I should say.
Yeah, well, and again, it's one that, the 3D effect on there, again, still looks really good.
Yes.
There were a good handful of indie games on the 3DS that honestly were some of the best examples of 3D effect on the 3DS done well. That was one of them. Mutant Mudds was another one that was just superb in its 3D effect, and is as happy as I am that just got the deluxe edition release or whatever, the collection release on Switch. I genuinely think you are missing something by not playing it in 3D. You really are. But yeah, there was a handful of others that I think the 3D effect was just done superbly well by just small indie developers. Even more so than some of the big the big publishers that were putting stuff out for the 3DS in its heyday. And it's weird to say that knowing now that it's in its twilight, but when it was in its heyday, there was some really good 3D stuff on there. And I was having this conversation with Todd from SFU. Shout out to homeboy Todd. But in any case, he's one that he didn't like the 3DS. He didn't like the form factor, the 3D, any of it really. And, I think it's a shame. Not so much that it's a shame, but I feel bad for the fact that it wasn't something that was enjoyable to him, because there were some games that really got an extra bump in
3D,
their enjoyment in their presentation with the 3D.
Yeah, I still love the push mode games in 3D. Like, I that thing works very well.
Absolutely. So, I was actually just recommend another one I want to go back and fiddle with, just because it's very mellow, very calm. It was kind of a gem.
What was the Metroid style game? I think it came from the creator of Mutant Mugs, the one that Brian Altano worked on, like the end credit music. I have it on my 3DS, and I gotta go back and look at it. I ended up beating it, and it was really hard, really challenging, but it was really good.
I can't think of what game the fuck. You got to give me more to go on here.
Metroid style game. You kind of fought one enemy at the same time. You were able to hop back in. I think it starts with an X, Xeno something. Okay. I wonder if there's a list of games that I brought from my 3DS.
You just open your 3DS and find out.
Pretty much. Well, you know what? Because I took it off my 3DS after I ended up beating it. Because I had ended up buying like Phoenix Wright, and that took took a lot of let's see, Nintendo eShop. That just took a lot of space up for it. But go ahead, Larry. What else had you been playing?
What else has been on the list? Been going back and enjoying from a spectator perspective, or at least a semi-spectator's perspective, Ori and the Blind Forest. Are you thinking of Zeo Drifter?
Maybe. Is it?
It's 2014.
I think so.
Okay. So anyway, I'll have to check that out. Actually, I don't think I've played that yet. But in any case, I had a friend and a coworker staying over with us for a little while, and I introduced him to Ori and the Blind Forest, and he fell in love. I knew it was going to be right up his alley. I had a suspicion, and so we spent several nights over the last week or so, up till like 1 a.m. playing Ori, and just kind of passing it back and forth. When one person would get stuck on something for a little bit, just go, here, you take a crack at it. And we got about 2/3 of the way through before he headed out. But I have a feeling that, he'll be back at some point. We'll hang out again and we'll wrap it up. But I had a really good time going back to Ori. I've missed it. I have not really picked it up and spent any significant amount of time with it since I first played it over a year ago at this point. And it just reminded me how excited I am for Will of the Wisp.
Game that I
oh my God. So the fact that the sequel is coming has me excited enough, and then compounded with the fact that Milton is doing level design just fucking puts that over the moon for me. Oh my God, give me a date for that game. Show me more. I must have it. It needs to be in my life.
Yeah, Zeo Drifter. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have to check a look.
Yeah, because I know why I didn't. I don't have it on my 3DS. I bought it on Wii U. I forgot.
So yeah. But yeah, my 3DS has been getting a fair bit of play at work because, like I said, I've been reasonably busy at work, and I can kind of just cathartically press buttons and make things happen without actually paying any real attention to what's going on my screen. Nice. So it's very relaxing in that sense. The only thing that would make it any better is if I could actually have the sound on at work, so I could just listen to the rhythmic, chink, 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 chink. So that it kind of somehow puts me in my happy place. Holy shit, I just realized SteamWorld is like racist. You just go around and it just says chink, chink, chink.
Boo. Boo.
Rusty the racist robot. Yay! Oh my God. I was going to title this episode something about video game shampoo, but it's totally going to be Rusty the racist robot.
Everybody going to be like, what the world? They're going to hear that part be like, oh, wow.
Oh, that won out in an instant. Jesus Christ.
And dude, so one of my friends on Twitter said that PlayerUnknown Battleground is is equivalent to Bomberman R or Bomberman, just but with more explosions. I was just like, oh my goodness, that really makes sense. I'm like,
Oh God.
I didn't even think about it. I'm sorry. That's unforgivable. Your game on Xbox One X or any Xbox One system should not be dropping frames. 10 frames per second at certain times.
Mm-hmm. Thought your shit was the most powerful. God.
Oh well.
Somebody call up Microsoft and tell them to get their shit together. I need more amazing games on my Xbox to play.
Oh yeah, that's why they pushed them all to 2018.
Yeah, but they're all just still fucking service platforms.
Well,
Like the only Xbox game coming up that I'm really excited about is Ori. I kind of don't give a shit about any of the others anymore.
let's see. Let's see. Sea of Thieves.
Blah. We've had that argument.
Crackdown 3. I think they're redoing Crackdown 3. Something about it just says they're restructuring that game.
Crackdown 3 should be canceled now.
Well, no, they're not going to cancel it. They already put
I know
too
they
much...
won't, but I can tell you they should, and I'll tell you why.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, there's sound logic here, and as soon as you hear it, be like, yep, you're right, never mind, just cancel it.
Then why should they cancel it?
Because it's going to fall victim to the Duke Nukem effect. It will literally have been in production for way too long that by the time it finally does come out, even if it's the best game it possibly could be, it can't possibly be as good as it was hyped.
I don't think people hyped anything by Crackdown 3. I think a lot of people was surprised that they announced it, and
But then everyone's going, it's been being worked on this whole fucking time. When it finally comes out, it's going to be goddamn amazing. And it's going to come out and it's not going to be as goddamn amazing as everyone's built it up in their heads for as long as it's taken them to make it.
I think a lot of people are not...
That's going to be the problem here.
I don't think a lot of people have that game thought up in their head. Like, I would say this. If Crackdown 3 was being treated like The Last of Us 2, then yes, I could actually see them having like some concerns and stuff and the thoughts in their head and probably being let down. But Crackdown 3 is not on that level as The Last of Us, as thickly. I think a lot of people just want to know how it's going to play and is it fun and what they could do when it comes out. And will there be different environments and activities to do with that game? Because if it's always going to be like at night and dark blue and stuff, people might be like, we need a change of scenery. We need some day and night stuff. Like, they need to add a lot of things to it. Because I think that what's going to end up happening is they're going to compare Crackdown 3 to Agents of Mayhem.
On a related note, Valve needs to come out and just inform everybody that they've canceled Half-Life 3 already.
I don't even think Valve needs to announce anything. If they do...
No, they need to officially say this shit is dead.
I think they just need to announce that they're not making games anymore. Really, a card battle game? Really, that's your next game? A Yu-Gi-Oh style card battle that someone else is doing better? So y'all want to capitalize on that idea? Really?
Yep. But I'm telling you, they need to make an official announcement that Half-Life 3 is dead already. Because otherwise, nothing good will come of the fact of just letting it hang out there.
I think a lot of people have given up on Half-Life 3. I don't think people even care anymore.
Oh, you say that. Go ahead. Just mention Half-Life 3. And, you know, the possibility that there's a hint of something maybe coming out.
I think a lot of people will say, I'll believe it till I see it.
Why do you think, oh my god, Half-Life 3 confirmed has become such a prominent joke across the internet? It's because half the time, it's not a joke. You were hearing the screaming pleas of desperation.
And that I think that's for older Half-Life fans. I think I think Half-Life has ran its course. I don't think it has the fan base that it should have had if part 3 would have came out after 2. If they didn't do the episode stuff.
I don't know. But I'm a firm believer that Valve really needs to make a public statement on that fact and just fucking officially put it to bed and be done.
I think they won't do that, and I think people who are fans of that series just have definitely moved on and given up. It's too late. Firstly for me, it's too late to care.
Oh, I
about
know
Half-Life.
it's too late because again, God forbid anything were to ever actually come of it. There's no way it would hold up to the hype that it's just built, died, rebuilt, died over and over again. You know, it's like some asshole necromancer's plaything now.
I think it would be the quality that was in Portal 2 is not in this Half-Life game. So I think it would be like the care that you guys put in Half-Life 2 and in Portal 2, we don't see that care anymore done with this game. And the first thing
that care from you as a company, period, not just any one game.
And then everybody's going to be like, there are better first-party shooters who has done more than what you guys are doing. Because I think people are going to feel like, well, Half-Life 3 is a cookie-cutter game. Like, this is me. I'd rather play the next Metroid Prime 4 than Half-Life 3. I'd rather even go and play a Call of Duty game over Half-Life 3 if it ever came out. Like, there's better first-person shooters.
Part of me just wants the end of the story, though.
I think they got lost in the story. I think when all the creators and writers and stuff left Valve, I think Half-Life 3 left along with them. Because with the people they have now, who's going to write the story? Who's going to make the gameplay?
There was word that the story was actually written. There was one of the writers who left.
He had posted.
He posted in just in a form that was altered just enough to avoid legal ramifications.
Yeah.
What the supposed story for the finale for Half-Life was, and I mean it's there. Even if it doesn't live up to expectation, I would just like to see it played out. You know, it just somewhere give me that closure. You know, for me, it's up there with the fact that, you know, like I will never get the closure of seeing the rest of the Advent story played out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those that was written. It was all written out. It fell victim to the fact that it will never be finished. And I would really like to see that played out, and I'll never get to. And now Half-Life falls into that same fucking category. You know, I mean, at the very least, though, you know, Portal had a finality to it. You could leave Portal 2 at the, you know, where it was at the end there, and didn't feel like you were totally left hanging in the fucking lurch.
Right. I think what would have to happen is that someone would have to buy Half-Life off of Valve. Someone would have to buy Avid Rising.
Hell, for fuck's sakes, just license it out to a goddamn animator and let them do a fucking cartoon of it.
See, Valve would be like,
I'm okay with that too.
I think Valve would be like, well, we could do that ourselves. I'm like, I'm like, have you? No, because I don't know who they would lend it out to. Because I don't know if people would want a CG or if they wanted like an anime style. Because I would give it like to like of an anime style. I would give it like to Madhouse or
I don't really care at the time. I mean, I would like to. I'd like the voice actors to reprise their roles and just fucking voice out the script that was already written, supposedly, allegedly, and just let me see the fucking end of it in a way that I can just sit back and enjoy. That should not be so much to ask at this point. Like, seriously, just fucking put it out to pasture. Let it end and then let it die.
Yeah, someone would need to buy it.
And if you can't do that, at least officially bury it. For God's sake, somebody hold a service, put up a headstone, and make it official.
Someone probably already did that.
Oh, God. Anyways.
Until Gabe Newell
somewhere
dies.
In a cemetery somewhere, there is a headstone that just says, "Here lies the G-Man."
Yeah, until Gabe Newell dies and someone take over.
Fat bastard.
There's no thing. Because I think if there was a new company president who, or CEO or whatever, who wanted to take Val and bring games back out from Val, I think that would be another way to get Half-Life 3 to come back. Like, they need a president or CEO in Val that wants to create games, who just doesn't want to stay as a platform where third party and indies just bring their stuff and all that trash and garbage and all that confusion and mess,
Like, seriously, spin off Steam as its own company and Gabe can go run that.
Yeah.
He can keep printing his fucking, blood money, an empire built on the victims of shovelware, and asset flips, and then let somebody else who actually wants to make a fucking video game have Valve and make some fucking video games again.
Right. Because I wonder what I think Val and EA's contract is over with. Like with the Orange Box, I think that contract is over with. I mean, it's been almost probably 15, 17 years or something whenever that thing came out. Or 12 years or something. I'll have to look at it.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, because I wonder how long that contract is, and if that contract is over with, because that's like to not have anything with EA and Valve ever again, besides that one little thing, besides the Orange Box, and that's very weird.
But anyways, I've also been piddling around with the Champions Ballad DLC some more, which I actually realized upon reflection that we mentioned we were going to talk about it some the last time we got together.
Yeah.
And skipped it. Womp womp. So, Champions Ballad DLC starts out fairly challenging. And it seems oddly unbalanced in that sense. Like, the beginning part of that, I'm like, all right, this is fucking awesome. It's hard as shit, but it's not entirely unfair, and it's way fun. Because you get an ultimate whacking stick. You get to kill anything with a one-hit kill. It's awesome. The only downside, obviously, being that, anything can kill you with a single, nip. And so... I'm running around and I was having some difficulty at the very beginning there, and then I walked away from that section, moved to a different section, came back and realized that it was not nearly as difficult as I had made it out to be. I realized my mistake and just, got out a nice 5-spread bow with some bomb arrows to deal with that stupid fucking flock of keys. That's where my big problem was coming in at the beginning there. Those first 4 shrines as well are, they're not the nicest. They are, a couple of them especially are borderline cruel and unusual. In particular that asshole shrine with all the fucking spikes and the moving platforms. Fuck that shrine. So, but I've played some more into it, and then I got really fucking sad when I got through the first 4 shrines that they took away my awesome whacking stick.
Oh no.
Like, that's bullshit. No, I want to play with this more. Like, I want to run around and destroy Guardians with one hit. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Like, as it is, that weapon makes a great sound, and I want to combine that with the sound of, like, hitting a Guardian. You get just that wonk sound. So, that nice metallic clang. It's ever so satisfying. But in any case, I've not finished it. My wife has actually absconded the Switch, and she's had more time on it than I have lately because she's still playing Stardew Valley. And I just keep threatening to burn her farm to the ground.
No! Oh, I could just picture that. I could just picture it in like a Sunday comic form, and I just bust out laughing at 3 panels. Just like, this has got to be just funny.
So, yeah. Anyways, that's, I think that's most of what I've been playing. I dinked around a little more, stepped back onto, SR388 with, Samus Returns as well. That's been a thing. I keep playing Sonic Mania. I finished it repeatedly. I just keep playing it. I don't know why. Like, I seriously just want to play the same couple of stages over and over again for no other reason than just they make me happy. Like, I don't want to play the whole game. I just kind of want to hop through a couple. Like, I want to play Chemical Plant Zone. Always, always, always. I like playing Flying Battery Zone. There's a couple of, and honestly, I think it has more to do with the fucking music than anything. I swear that that has to be what's actually drawing me back to that game. Not that it's super amazing, just the fact that somehow the music for those couple of stages are just perfect. And I can't stop playing them anymore. I have a problem. Somebody help me.
Nah, you're all good.
I have a fucking addiction. Anyways, I feel like there was something else I played on there that I'm now forgetting. It'll probably come to me as soon as I hang up the phone here. But yeah, that's most of what I've been playing. Other than that, I've been listening to, a lot of the year-end roundups and all that. And I know, we had a conversation about Game of the Year in the chat, and it's kind of floundered out. And frankly, I'm honestly exhausted of Game of the Year selections for this year because there is so much back and forthing about some of the candidates. Things like, should PUBG be allowed, or we had that talk about Final Fantasy. How was it? Was it 12 Lightning something or other?
Yeah.
Right. Because it was the first time it had been released in the States, but it was a remake or a
re-release.
Yeah. It's like, is this a remake, a reimagining, or just a port, and it got really fucking involved, and I was just
over it.
There came a point I kind of mentally checked out of it, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't know if we're going to do Game of the Year. I mean, I know what brought me all kinds of smile and joy this year. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Can I say that, and I was thinking about this, one game from each console. Like, that one game represents that one console or handheld. So you do have that one for Switch, one for, I won't count Wii U, one for Switch, one for Xbox One, one for PS4, one for PC, and one for 3DS/2DS.
What about multi-platform then?
Nothing multi-platform.
But what if a multi-platform game was like the best thing I played on that system?
Nope. Bring your best.
So then what if like a multi-platform game was the best game that I played all year on every system? It should be recognized somewhere.
It's an honorable mention. Come with your best.
It should be recognized somewhere.
Come with your best.
Alternatively, you could go the Sterling route and just go, these are the 5 best games of the year. Done. No order, no category, just these are the 5 best fucking games I've played all damn year.
Did you watch his video from Monday?
Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm waiting to see what the worst one's going to be.
I know. He even mentioned the fact that always seems to get way more attention than the best of. So it's understandable because a lot of people get a lot of joy, excuse me, from watching him rip on shit. And to be fair, he really does it well. He does. Yeah. It's kind of his thing.
Because I don't think Nier Automata, as good as Nier Automata was for some people, for me, I don't think it's PlayStation 4's best game. I don't think it's Game of the Year material.
Well, it was one of 5.
Well, yeah.
Wasn't the only one.
Well,
and it was for him. That's the other thing too. It is so subjective.
Yes. I mean, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but I think once I kept playing it more and more, I kind of was getting like kind of a little bit let down because I expected more from it, but it just felt like it's good. It does what it needs to do. But trying to replay
Played through enough of the multiple endings.
Yeah, like doing the same thing and following the same story format, and it was just like I could have did this with just one character.
My understanding though is that the multiple playthroughs is almost essential to actually really understand what the fuck it's talking about and the point it's trying to get across. And it may not deviate completely. Again, I'm not speaking from experience here. I haven't gone hands-on with it, but I've done a fair amount of, kind of reading on it because it's piqued my interest. I just haven't had the accessibility to it that I would have liked, or the access to it that I would have liked. Wow, that just got stupid for a minute. Anyways, but again, they said, there are parts of it that are going to feel repetitive, but there's at least enough deviation to, make it tolerable for the multiple playthroughs that you're going to need to do in order to get the full story out of it.
And the action is great. Action is top notch. Platinum is always good at that. The shooting parts are really good. Like I always said, that it feels like a treasure game. It feels like an old school 2D game, and I can see Platinum getting more into this space, doing something like an arcade style. Like that thing is fine, but I'm just like, the voice acting is superb. I love the voice acting. The music is superb too. I think it just felt like routine, and going through some parts, it's just like, I got to do this long section over, because when you die, there's just stuff you got to redo over and over, and that kind of just be like, okay, as a replay mode, I'm like, I really don't want to be doing all of this over again. Then doing that 5 times and stuff. Like, it just weighed me down in a sense where I was just like, this game started as a 9.5, but ended up being a 7.5 for me. Because
ouch, that's a steep turn for the worst there.
Yeah, and it was because of the way that the first part was handled, where people were dropping to easy to get through a portion of just the intro of the game. I kept it at normal. I played it on normal. I ended up being it, and I was just like, I understand what he was trying to do in his design, but I'm just like, for people who have never played a game like this and want to get into it because of high recommendations, this would turn them off. And I think
that's why there's easy mode.
Yeah. Well, but I'm just like, people who want to just like literally start the game off, I think I think normal should have felt a little bit easier than what it did. Because it felt like your normal was felt like it was the difficult, like expert or something like that, like hard. And definitely with that camera angle and some of the camera stuff being done in that intro part, that it kind of makes it hard for people to pay attention and for them dying and stuff because the camera was so bad in the beginning. But like when you fly and you're shooting stuff, like that's the 9.5 part. When you land and you're into the first ball fights and you're doing some of the action, it's still a 9.5. But when you get to almost the end part and you have to redo that over and over, and you can't really skip none of the cutscenes, then that drops it down low. And then when you get later on in the game, it kind of drops down lower because it just feels like this all looks the same and nothing changes in this color palette. And yeah, like in the color palette and stuff, like none of it changes. But I'm like, when you get into the fights and you get into some of the shooting sections, it feels great. So that's why I feel like, okay, I understand what it is, but I'm still going to drop this to a 7.5 for me personally. Like like it's a 3 out of 5 Yoshi coin for me personally. But if some people, who own the game, it deserves to be in their nominations or their love for Game of the Year. It's a great game, but for me personally, I just feel like it's not that great.
It's not your cup of tea. Didn't scratch your itch.
It
just didn't manage to get you off.
It scratched. Well, no, yeah, it scratched my itch, but I think once again, like something like Bayonetta 2 and DMC Devil May Cry has done it better, and I enjoy that more. Like Platinum and Ninja Theory working on separate games, like something about those stand out, and even if I died in them, returning them back to them makes me look forward to it. Not so much in Nier Automata.
Yeah.
In that sense.
That's alright. So, it doesn't have to be for everyone.
Yeah.
But
I got the physical copy. So, it's not like I rented it from Redbox or I borrowed it. No, I paid like $50 for this game. It was on sale, so not too much. But yeah.
So, just kind of wrapping up for the year, really. I think the only things that we really need to say to kind of close down everything for the year is, fuck it and fuck any demands anybody has. I'm not doing a Game of the Year thing this year. It's just too much effort right now. Also, we're going to say the words loot box, microtransaction, gambling, fuck EA, kill Half-Life 3. I think we've hit on every important subject for the year. Cool.
Oh, and Alex Moore.
Yeah, that too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That makes a perfectly acceptable show. I think we're going to shut it down right there.
Yes.
All right. So, we're going to hit on the bullet points here. ShoutEngine.com, iTunes, Google Play Music, YouTube. That would be the NGR YouTube channel. So if you're searching for that, search for that. Facebook page for World 1-1 and for NGR and all the other cool shit that they do. Eddie does lots of stuff. He's a great big whore. You should check out all the whore things that Eddie does.
Yes. Special announcement, everybody. Do look on NGR Radio's page this coming Friday, or whenever this episode releases. I will be having a contest where you guys could win this Forza Motorsport exclusive Hot Wheel 5-pack car that was only at Toys R Us. So one of you lucky winners will be able to win that. So I will have contest rules and when the winner will be announced. So check that out.
Also, in the very distant near future, Corey will be back, and video versions of this show will resume as well. So as soon as he's done, I don't know, is he like holiday masturbating? I have no idea.
I don't know yet.
I heard something about it as a sticky stocking. So
that I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it for us. Good night, boys and girls. We'll be back. Deuces.
And everybody have a great New Year's. And we will see you in 2018. And as always, we are out. Peace.
Peace.